People holding it against you that you've had success, holding it against you that you have wealth, viewing billionaires as evil, but you're not doing enough to give back.
In 2021, Elon Musk became the richest man in the world with a net worth of $200 billion.
This is not some function of sort of hoarding or something. It's simply that I own 20% of the company that became very valuable as decided by external investors. And so 20% of $1 trillion valuation is $200 billion.
And it is clear that while some people are making millions and billions, the majority are in extreme poverty. Research has shown that about 9% of the world's population makes less than $2 in a day. So, I ask you, do you crave for financial freedom? Do you want to change your life forever? You probably have a job that brings in little money, and yet you see people living good lives, living in luxury. It makes you feel inferior. So now you realize that you need to make a lot of money so you can actually afford the kind of life you want, so you can be free from financial struggle. But you don't know where to start. You don't know how people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are doing it. But the truth is, there's something they understand about wealth that you don't. There's a shortcut, a little secret that only a few people in the world know. And that is what sets them apart from the rest of the world. So the question is, what is this secret? At some point in your life, you might have heard things like go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a good job, and invest in the stock market for decades. This is the typical advice you get from financial gurus.
Ever hear someone say, I lost all my retirement when the stock market went down? You ever hear somebody say that? Am I taking any money out because of that? Nope. Am I putting money in every month? Yep. Have for 30 years. Why, I got millions of dollars in there.
In this video clip, Dave Ramsey says after 30 years of investing in the stock market, he made millions. So what is wrong with that? Well, here's the downside. If you're 20 years old now, in 30 years time, you would be 50 years old. And if you're 30 now, you will be 60 in 30 years time. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you obviously don't want to wait for 30 years to be financially free. And also, let's not forget that money is actually going to be less valuable in 30 years from now due to inflation. And trust me, you don't want to rely on that. And besides, do you really think teenagers get rich by investing in the stock market? Of course not. Alina Morse, a self-made millionaire, she's worth about $6 million, just 16 years old. Wealth is best enjoyed in your youthful days. So how did they do it? This is the hidden secret behind wealth, the path that all millionaires and billionaires follow. If you want wealth, forget about money and start creating value to the world. The reason we exchange money is because we perceive value in what the other person has. That is why you pay for things. And there are two main ways to actually create value. The first is by solving real life problems.
I believe so powerfully in the ability of entrepreneurial capitalism and free markets to solve so many of the world's problems. Not all of them, but so many of them.
This means actually meeting other people's needs.
Selling is always about helping. Selling is always about understanding the person you're talking to and what their needs are.
Let's take a look at Uber, for example. It eliminates the stress of waiting for a taxi. All you need is just your phone. This is the same principle other companies like Amazon, Apple, and Walmart are built upon, making life easy for other people.
And if someone can help me make my life easier, yeah. What's the definition of a great employee? Someone who can reduce the stress of those around them.
The second is creating value in form of entertainment. This is where you find actors, musicians, footballers, and even athletes. There's an emotion you feel when you're entertained, a sensation. LeBron James, a pro basketballer, is worth about $96 million. And yet, if you are a fan of his, you don't really care whether he's solving your problems or not. You just want to watch his matches because there is a feeling you get when you do this. Happiness, joy, laughter, or even excitement. It is not enough to just create value. You want to create value to millions or billions of people. This explains why some people are worth billions. Jeff Bezos, $184 billion. Bill Gates, $132 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, $120 billion. Real wealth is achieved when you create value to millions or billions of people. In conclusion, it doesn't really matter what you do. You just have to make sure you are actually creating some form of value to the world to really achieve wealth. And don't forget, create value to millions or billions of people. If you really learned something from this video, consider subscribing to this channel for more similar videos, and also comment down below and tell me what you think about the video, and also leave a like. Thanks for watching.